Imagine our future president and his or her political party make the following statements on Inauguration Day. You have just read a statement of the U.S. Catholic bishops using the Catholic social teachings on economic life. Although the global financial and economic crisis of 2007-2009 has ended, poverty continues to be the plight for many families. About 15% in the U.S. remains poor, and 40% of the world's population who live on less than $2. Compared to poor countries, the U.S. has the infrastructure and resources to solve domestic poverty. That should encourage us to work more toward reducing poverty. In order for that to happen, may I suggest to you the concepts of solidarity and subsidiarity from the Catholic social teachings. What is solidarity? It is a word used to mean that there is a sense of common good that binds us together naturally and supernaturally. Pope St. John Paul II said it best in his encyclical Solicitudo Rei Socialis that we are all responsible for all because we are all related to one another as a human family. His successor, Pope Benedict XVI, confirmed this in Caritas in Veritate, that it is not by isolation that man establishes his worth, but by placing himself in relation with others and with God. It is this keen sense of connectedness with other humans that stirs in us that sense of duty to give them the necessities of the body. An example of solidarity would be the work in the field of human socio-economic development of Paul Farmer's Partners in Health, where they commit to bring the best healthcare to its patients, with a priority on the very sick and poor, and in that they work for the structural changes that will erase the wounds of inequality between the rich and the poor. Catholic social teaching uses subsidiarity principle to explain that larger institutions in society should not overwhelm or interfere with smaller or local institutions. Yet larger institutions have essential responsibilities when the more local institutions cannot adequately protect human dignity, meet human needs, and advance the common good. The ineffectiveness of top-down government can be seen in the examples of ex-President Jimmy Carter's project in 1991 in Atlanta, called TAP, to eliminate poverty, or the Catholic Relief Services (CRS) working in Rwanda since 1960 and still could not prevent the Rwandan genocide which happened in 1994. Philosopher Peter Singer said it best: huge shipments of food can destroy local markets and reduce incentives for local farmers. Instead, we should help local organizations develop social structures for people to earn their own money, produce their own food, and meet their own needs in a sustainable manner and by their own work. Solidarity without subsidiarity can easily turn into a welfare state, while subsidiarity without solidarity runs the risk of encouraging forms of self-centered localism. If these two principles give us hope, then we must act on them by participating in the process of making them a reality politically and personally, rather than lofty ideals to be admired. There are many ways we can participate, and one of them can be done through this general election. Together with a new president, poverty reduction can occur locally, nationally, or globally. Depends on our participation. It is a noble privilege that you and I have, and I encourage you to take advantage of it as much as possible. Thank you.
Created using Powtoon.